Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you again, and today we're here with our 11th Java tutorial. Wow, you guys have learned so much so far. You've learned how to use a scanner class, you've learned how to define variables, you've learned a little bit about arrays, and we're going to be touching more on arrays today. You made a bunch of programs, you've learned the while loop, the different conditionals, the if-then statement, else if, you've learned the for loop, and you've learned data types, and you've learned how to do class method and input declarations. So you've learned a lot so far, and I hope that you've really enjoyed your journey so far. So in our 11th Java tutorial, what we're going to be doing is building up on the arrays that we learned about in the last video. So if you haven't watched that, please go ahead and watch Java tutorial number 10 about arrays. And this, like I said before, is probably one of the most robust programs we've done so far, but it's really going to help you stretch your mind and really apply all the skills that you've learned about the scanner class, declaring variables, and arrays, and for loops as well. Yes, you're going to use the for loop, and this will make our pizza program just functional and actually work this time. So just bear with me, just try to stop the video if I'm going too fast, and comment down below if you have any questions. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give you two reminders. First, to declare a new array, all you have to do is a data type, square brackets for the array, name of the array, new data type, and then in the square brackets you put the number for the number of instances, or how many elements you like in your array, or you could just declare it as doing in square brackets and name of the array, semicolon, and it'll have the default value of 0, and you could add how many indices you like later. And to refer to it, remember that the first value in your array is actually labeled 0, and to call it, you would type your array name and then 0, and then you just input a value, or you could directly put curly brackets and just put all your numbers in a list. So let's go ahead and get started with our pizza program. So I still have the same thing, and as you guys probably noticed, I just wouldn't be using it, but you probably want to name your class the pizza program or something, just so you can be more notified later on when you're looking back at your program. So the first thing we're going to do is, let's just go ahead, and we did this in the last video, and just create the welcome to the pizzeria. How many toppings do you want? And then semicolon. And then we're going to say the next value. So you want to say the number of toppings. This is a variable, and it's integer, because you want the number of toppings to be a whole number. Number of toppings, so this is that we're declaring a variable, equals, and we're going to do in dot, okay, so we first have to declare scanner actually, and make an object of the scanner class, because it's all programs, so our program. So we're going to say scanner, what should we call it? Pizza equals new scanner equals, so now we're just going to put the scanner name, pizza dot next int, and add two parentheses here, and I see there's an error there, and that's because I forgot to add system.in right there, because we're taking input value. Okay, after we've declared the variable for the number of toppings they like according to how many they have entered, now we're going to create an array. And so our array is going to store the different strings that they like, and in order to do that, so that's why it's going to be a string array. string. Remember, we do the square brackets for the array, and what should we call it? How about we just call it storage, because we're storing the how many what pizza toppings are like. A new data type again. Okay, and in here, remember, we could either put a number, or if you don't know yet, we can just leave it right there and put a semicolon and end it there. But we do know the number actually, because we want the number of toppings to be the number of elements into our array, because that's how many different toppings we'll have. So we're gonna just go ahead and write it down. Number of top. Okay, so we just declared an array that will list all the different toppings that we have, and it's gonna have as many element values as there are a number of toppings according to what they enter. Now what we're going to do is just do a for loop. So int I declare a variable for, remember, parentheses, and then the condition goes in curly brackets, and we have a semicolon go in right there. Okay, so we're gonna still start at I equals 1 for the first topping. So start off with the first topping. This I equals 1. And we want the last value actually, and the value in for what I loop. It's a section of the section of the code that we want to repeat right here is basically gonna ask it what pizza topping they want and store it into our array right here of strings. So we basically want it to repeat as many times as there are a number of toppings. So we can ask them which topping they like that many times. To do that, we're going to do I is less than or equal to, because we want it to go up to the number of toppings, so equal to number of toppings. So that way the loop will repeat that many times. And then we're going to increment it by 1 again. So remember, I plus I is plus 1 is equal to I. For oh, the problem is I put an S here, so like Java is like, well, any language, obviously you can't just make it plural when it's not, so you have to be careful. So, okay, so for this issue, we're going to tell them to enter the topping they like that many times, as many toppings as they have. So system.out.println which topping do you want? And after asking them which topping they want, we're going to add something else in the section of code we'd like to repeat if this for continuity is true. And basically, we need to store what they enter into our array right here. So to do that, what we're going to do is, so first let's first just say the next value, so it knows we're talking about in dot next, and this is a string, so we do not need to put in. So you want some value to equal pizza.next, and basically what we want to do is we want to store, and if we have that the first topping they say is the pizza, we would like pizza string to be the first value in the storage array. And remember that as I showed you here, the first value has an index back to 0, and that's how you refer to the first value. So what we're going to do actually is say their array name so we know which array we're talking about. So storage Okay, and so if you didn't think about it enough, you'd probably just say you want the number of topping that you want I and I, because that's like you want the first value I to be stored as the string that you have. So after you're gonna have to do I minus 1. And that's because remember the first value is actually has index of 0. So say the first value they put pepperoni, you're gonna have to do the pepperoni is the I for pepperoni is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. It's actually gonna store as the 0 in there. And that's it. We have our program. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, welcome to the pizzeria. How many toppings do you want? I'll say 5. Which topping do you want? So it's gonna because I said 5, it's going to repeat the for loop, the section of code, system to out output which topping do you want, and storing this I value as in the array as that many times. So which topping do I want? Say I want how about I say the first topping I want apple. I'm just really weird. It's asking me again because it has to go up till 5. I want which topping do you want? Chocolate chip. I'm just gonna make it one way. Okay, what other topping do you want? How about some whipped cream? And okay, it's built successful and it stored all these values in here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it again. I'm gonna do it again. How many toppings do you want? I'm gonna just make it 3. Which topping do you want? 3 blood. I'm a vampire. And the third topping I want on my pizza is cheese. Okay, so pizza. That's a really gross pizza. Yeah. So it's stored all these values in there. What I'm gonna add now is actually I want it to print out the array. So system.out.println. Okay, here are the toppings you have asked for. And then we're going to do plus storage and our square bracket. And here it's giving us an error and saying dot class. And storage the name of the array. That should work. Okay, and here all I have to do is use the toString method. And the toString method basically turns the values in your array into a string. And it's already a defined class. So we don't have to worry so we don't have to worry about declaring it. And actually we have to put parentheses after this toString method as we have to do after most methods. So we're calling the toString method to the storage array right here, and the toString method will put the values in the array into strings, that type string, so it can be used. So you have to see me do it again. Okay, I'll just do 2 toppings. Which topping do you want? Pizza. I want a pizza on a pizza. and I want chips on top of pizza. Okay, here toppings I've asked for, and that did not work. How about, actually, I think I have to just do, for now, I'll get back to you guys on how to do it, but for now, we're just gonna have to do 0 plus storage one. Okay, now. Okay, actually, I just figured it out. So to do this, all we have to implement a for loop. So guys, this is all just coming back, and this all connects, and all these things we're learning are actually very useful. And we're going to use a for loop to, and we're actually using the length method, so we can know how long the array is. So to do that, we're going to just declare another int. I'm not going to call it I, just going to get mix that. Let's call it int x. And then what we're going to do is make a for loop, and for x is equal to 0, because remember our index starts at the first value, and then x is less than our array.length. And this is a method actually that we're calling, and it finds the length of the array. And you may be thinking, wait, hold on, how come all the other times we put a less than or equal to? Well, that's because we only put less than here because we do not, remember the first value is 0, so we do not want to go up till the, like for example, if we have 3 elements in an array, we want it to print the 0 one, the first one, and the second one, because it starts from 0. So if the storage length is 3, we only want it to print from 0 to 2. And we're just gonna do x plus, sorry. We want to increment by 1. For this is 2, and now we're just gonna put in curly brackets what we'd like it to do. And what we'd like it to do is system.out.println, and we just like to print the topping. So we're just gonna say the name of our array again, storage, and here we're just gonna put I, because it's gonna be printing each of the x is as it goes to them, and we're just gonna take this away. And we'll add a semicolon here. Okay, so let me just review what I did here. So because we need to print out all the values in the array, we're just going to do another for loop, and basically it's going to, so the for loop is going to repeat the times from 0 to the length. This is a method that's already in the Java API. You don't have to define the method, you just call it storage dot length, so the number of arrays in storage, and it's incremented by 1, so it's going to repeat as many times, as many values there are in the storage array minus 1, because we just put less than, not less than or equal to, and that's because the value starts at 0, so it's going to print the value in the array. For example, if it starts at 0, it's going to print stored x0, so what you input it as the 0 index in your array. So let's go ahead and run that by clicking the green arrow. Welcome to pizza. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it really short one. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, I know this video is running super long already. Okay. 2 tips, and I want to put this on top of my pizza. And okay, here topping your asked for chips and juice. So good job, you guys. We figured it out. Yay, we figured it out together. So we learned the for loop, and we actually, what a coincidence, we're using the for loop again to print out how many values there are in the array and to print them out specifically. So just go ahead and take a good look at that. And like, it's actually a very small, like, it like actually did a lot compared to other programs, but it just looks so, like, I know, it's just like that's all the code there is, but it seems like so much work and like so much thinking and stuff. But like, you can do whatever you want with coding. So I hope this video has inspired you, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And please send me requests for any videos or Java tutorials that you like. I know some of you guys are preparing for a Become side, so if you have a video that you'd like to request for that or on some subject, and join us again in our next tutorial to watch our instruction on the do while loop, which is basically the while loop, but it has to perform the first action no matter what. And we'll have some more detail in our do while video, so please subscribe. And if you have, once again, any projects to share with us and you want to show off to other projects, please contact and comment, and please subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, because we will be getting into robotics and app making pretty soon, so subscribe.